Hello. This is Greg Peloquin, aka G Pelly.
And Joe Naseef.
All right, so looks like for this round we have RJ Colby with Junk Midrange. And for the uninitiated, that is green, white, black. And we have Charles Velazquez playing Jund Midrange. And again, that's the Jund Shard, which features green, red, and black. So we'll see quite a bit of overlap from these two decks, I think.
Yeah, I think both of them should definitely be doing Farseek on turn 2. That's the game plan.
Yeah, so both of these decks I've seen iterations of in online and in tournaments, that kind of thing. Now the one thing, now Joe, what's one thing that jumps out at you from RJ's list?
It seems here he has Gate Creeper Vines main deck, 4 of them, as opposed to anything else to find some lands, as well as some Ranger's Path.
There's Farseek there too.
And he also has Farseek, so
Yeah.
it looks like for Selesnya Keyrune, he wants to be doing a lot of ramping.
So what are we ramping into?
It seems he tops off at Angel of Serenity, but he has the interaction with Thragtusk and Disciple of the Bolus, which is one of my personal favorites.
I also kind of like Disciple of Bolus and Armada Worm. That's not bad either.
No.
Cash in half your worm, draw some cards. Don't mind if I do.
Worst case scenario, you flash in Restoration Angel, blink that Disciple of Bolus, and get to draw some cards and gain some life anyway.
This looks a little different. Actually, now on second look, this looks a little different than the traditional junk list, because I'm also seeing 3 Terminus too. So this is interesting. Looks like we're long on ramp and short on things to ramp into, just by quickly looking at it here. No, I don't know if that'll come into play in this match. Now on the other end, Charles' list looks very similar, because I played this deck for a good month here. We've got Pillars, Farseeks, Dreadbores, Huntmasters, Thundermount Hellkite, Reckless Return. Now, Olivia Wildarin could just take over this match too.
Olivia is a very, very powerful card in Standard.
Yeah, if you can't kill it immediately, it's going to take over the game. I don't see too many ways for... I see it looks like 3 Terminus and a couple Angel Serenity. So it looks like RJ's a little short on ways to deal with it. Not just like, I'd like to see some like Oblivion Rings or something like that. Some good catch-all answers, or at least Abrupt Decay or something to help out. Because there's not a whole lot of that here.
Yeah, you could probably do without the 1 of Rancor and probably put in some spot removal to help deal with problematic creatures in the format.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm okay with getting rid of the Gatekeeper Vines here. I'm not a fan. Do we have actually any guild gates? No, so we're only fetching basics. And we have 1 plains, 2 swamps, and 3 forests in which to do that. So take my own personal experience. I played against Charles a couple of times. He's relatively new to Northwest. Yeah, military, I believe he travels around quite a bit. You might know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's impressed me this play both times. I expected that, I expected him to be a lot worse than he actually was. He plays very solid. So I know that I don't mean that as a criticism or a slight at all.
I tell you the truth. People stereotype military people to just be bad players for some reason. I do not know why.
Well, if you're any indication.
Hey.
No, actually, Northwest Sports Cards is located in Tacoma, Washington. It's really close to Fort Lewis, which is probably 10 miles or so south of Tacoma. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm directionally challenged.
10 miles south.
Yeah, so there's a lot of military who are deployed here. Again, we'll see a revolving door of military players here, for sure.
And it's a great community. I know a lot of the military players do like to come out there and play at Northwest because they are friendly and take in people.
Yeah. So it looks like RJ rolls a 4 here. That probably means he's going to be on the draw. Yeah, that's not close. 11. So we'll be playing here. The ramp. You want to get the early start with the ramp, and I think RJ's got a little bit of an advantage with that, with more ramp effects. So it looks like he'll have an easier time coming out of the blocks faster. And any key runes, 2 key runes in Charles' list. So it's also really possible that it becomes a card advantage war. This will be an attrition war for sure. And so there's 4 Thragtusk in each list. So this could take a little while. The Reckless Return is a good way to break that up as well. That's balanced against the Disciple of Bolus out of RJ's list. All right, so it looks like I see a Farseek and an Overgrown Tomb and the red source over on in Charles' hand. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. A Dreadbore, a Farseek, a Thragtusk. Yeah, this is the perfect list. Perfect start. So, and we're coming off here. Looks like I see a land. Any land can play untapped here. So, yep. And then there's the Farseek. So we're gonna get Blood Crypt probably. Thinking Blood Crypt. And then that'll allow us to lead into a Key Rune and then a Thragtusk right after that. So we'll be off to a great start here.
He also has it appeared to have the Thundermaw in his hand.
And a Dreadbore.
Yeah, so he could get off to a really quick start here and just push through a bunch of damage. But he does have RJ has Terminuses in his deck to deal with it, so the miracle factor is always in play.
So was that Temple Garden you play? I couldn't tell because of the glare. Yeah, RJ's playing his lands right into the glare, so it's hard to see. So he's got 2 lands in go, so no Guild Gates, no Farseeks. So we're gonna start from behind here on RJ's side, and there's a Key Rune and a Temple. Yeah, this is a fantastic start for Charles.
Charles is way ahead right now.
Yeah, got the ramp, and the ramp deck with all the ramp doesn't have any here. It looks like
probably a Key Rune coming from RJ.
There's a Celestial Key Rune, so it's a Key Rune stare down. So Charles can play a Thragtusk here, but then RJ can fire right back. Looks like he answer right back with his own. So game on, I guess.
It is. Disciple of the Bolus will kind of break that war when.
So Charles' hand 2 Dreadbore, 2 Thundermaws, and a Thragtusk. And Thragtusk should probably come down here. Oh, Thundermaw. Okay.
He wants to get in with that 5.
That makes sense. Actually, I like it. So 15, and yeah, like 2 Thundermaws will let you get under a Thragtusk pretty quickly too.
The Thundermaw negates Thragtusk. He plays Thragtusk here, and it's just going to take 5 the following turn.
And we top deck a Gatecreeper line, not where we want to be. And that's a terrible top deck.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why Gatecreeper should probably not be in this type of list. There's a couple of other cards he probably could be playing instead.
Such as? What are you thinking?
I would assume Borderland Ranger. It gets you a land, and you could always disciple it away and actually net 2 cards from it. I would prefer that over the Gatekeeper.
Yeah, because the 0-2 the 2-2 difference between a 2-2 body and a 0-2 body is big. So it looks like RJ probably doesn't have a Thragtusk because otherwise you probably thought we're going to come to play untapped. This Centaur Healer isn't doing much for him here. So now if Charles plays the second Thundermaw here, which I'm liking the second Thundermaw for sure. Now RJ needs something, and yeah, this is rough. I'm gonna need to see. He's gonna need to see a Terminus here.
He has to see a Terminus, or this is over.
This will be quick. Yeah.
But I mean, that's what miracles do. They get miracled.
And so the Thundermaws again are answers to the Thragtusk problem. That's not a Terminus. No, actually, he does have Terminus mana with 1 more land. So it's entirely possible we could see a Terminus here. Yeah. So no, can you cast one?
I see the Terminus in his hand.
Yeah, you have to. Well, get in with correctly get in with the Centaur here, and then play the Terminus. Yeah, we're hard casting it. Okay, there we go. And we're putting those creatures on bottom of our libraries. Yep. Nope, not in the graveyard. There we go.
There we go.
Bottom of the library. It's a little bit not quite where we're used to. Yeah, so you're looking at his deck list. What jumps out of here?
I was wondering if those were the only Thundermaws he had, which would have been bad for him because that's one of the better creatures in his deck to play in this matchup. Olivia would be nice to grab, and I like the fact that he has Dreadbores, whereas he doesn't have any ways to deal with his creatures. It seems like Charles will be doing all the interaction, minus the Terminuses.
Yeah. Now, one thing on Charles' list only has 1 Garruk Primal Hunter. That jumps out a little bit to me because I really like Garruk Primal Hunter because you're playing Thragtusk. It's so awesome to play Thragtusk, gain 5 life, then play Garruk, sack him, and immediately draw 5 cards.
Absolutely.
That's great. Also, or just using him as a source of 3/3s if the Thragtusk doesn't live.
Yeah, I like Garruk as well. It provides good game against a lot of the decks. It puts bodies out there to block some of the more aggro decks, and it also is a house against the control decks if you get to resolve it.
Yeah, the one deck it's not very good against is the flash decks because they can just go, Angel, burn spell, put a spear on it, or pike, put a pike on it, it's dead. Yeah, and it's not well positioned against those decks. But besides those decks, it's very good. And you board him out against that type of deck. But otherwise, in this matchup, he'll do a lot of your work for you.
Yeah, earlier in the night, me and you talked about the rock, paper, scissors type format, and that just goes back to it. Blue-white flash is a popular deck. People start rearranging their mana bases to play caverns. Blue-white flash goes to the back burner a little bit, and then people start taking them out. So I really like the format right now. Very wide open.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of play and a lot of interaction to it. You have a lot of options. I mean, this is a lot better than last season where you had better of a plan for Delver.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so frustrating from getting tons of life, only to have Delver just be like, actually, here's a flying creature and you're taking 16 from this pike. Nice strike test, bro.
Yeah.
Well, like when that happens, it's so frustrating.
It is, and giving blue a 3/2 with having mana leak in the format it was really rough.
And ponder, just smooth up the draws.
Oh, those are the days.
And then whenever I play the deck, I just lost every time. maybe just terrible, or just because like there's so many aggro decks.
Oh, looks like we got a Liliana coming in.
Okay, so what's Liliana gonna do here? So how many cards in RJ's hand? 4, and looks like 3. So what are we doing here? We get like sacking a Gatekeeper Divine seems so bad, but no, actually it's fine. So you can clear the way for
to push through damage since he's so low on life.
So Restoration Angel, blinking the fine. Yeah. Okay, I'd still rather this be a Borderland Ranger.
Still would rather it be a Borderland Ranger.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A 2/2 and a 0/2. A 2/2 that can attack, and a 0/2 that just sits there is a big difference.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's just better synergy with your Disciple.
Yeah.
And plus, it's a body if you need to just go on the aggro plan.
Absolutely. It's the first time I've actually seen Gatekeeper Divine play the center deck.
I would agree. That's the first time I've seen it as well.
I mean, I expect a Guildgate. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I mean...
I have seen Guildgates played in Standard.
Guildgates are in Standard. They're actually part of one of the more popular decks in Rakdos.
Two. The blue-white decks will play Zarya sometimes, too.
Oh.
But it makes a lot of sense in the Rakdos decks because it's perfectly acceptable to go 1-drop, then Guildgate 1-drop, and still be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you smooth out your mana to help cast Hellrider, or Messenger turn 3 and Hellrider turn 4. Like I faced a matchup in this very tournament where he did that with his mana, where he had Mountain, and he had not enough black sources, and tried to play the Messenger turn 3, and I'm like, no, sir. And it just put him on the, it actually put him on the back foot immediately.
So looks like RJ goes down to 3 from a Thragtusk hit.
So like Armada Woman gets you in the game, we're going to see something to get us back into this. That was a township RJ just drew here. Okay, there's a swamp.
Seems he has plenty of mana to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah,
I see a Disciple of Bolus in his hand.
And a Restoration Angel, but we're 1 mana short from being able to cast both of those. So what's our plan here? Hopefully it's not cast.
Is it activate Keyrune, sacrifice it to Disciple, gain 3, draw 3?
I like that plan.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Are we doing that?
It could be. I mean, that...
There's 3. Centaur Healer? Okay.
Oh, Centaur Healer. Did not see that in his hand. That's also pretty decent play.
Is there one more Dreadbore left? Because all he's do is Dreadbore the Centaur, and actually he's got Restoration Angel, so that's fine because he can gain 3 more life and stay alive here.
Absolutely.
But RJ's still definitely on the back foot. We're definitely going to see something here to get back into this. I like just sitting on the Restoration Angel here. You agree?
Yeah, sit on the Restoration Angel. Maybe you could get him to waste one of the Dreadbores.
Yeah, like let him think, oh boy, I can get it for lethal. But the Restoration Angel is there's already one in the graveyard, and it's such a prevalent force in this format.
Anytime somebody has white in their deck and leaves 4 mana open, they most likely have Restoration Angel.
Yeah, you can bluff it too, but
I mean who bluffs nowadays?
Yeah, well, call. I don't believe you, especially with that. You can't see it, folks, but he's got that grin that was like, yeah, I wouldn't trust it. Don't trust it. It's the same grin this man sees when he's trading for foils. Just watch out.
Making it public, no one will ever trade with me again. I like Vaults of the Archangel here in RJ's list. It's a card that could actually pull him back into this, where he won't have to block, start gaining some life.
Yep, block the Centaur Healer. Flash it in, gain 6 more, and we have 9. Okay. RJ's still behind, but he can make things happen here.
Yeah.
I think he has he's got 1 card left.
Yeah, and RJ also has one, and I think it's Disciple of the Bolus, which is one of my favorite cards. It's very underplayed. I played Junk for a little while. Pretty bad list actually, with Cloud Shift, but the deck was totally tempo. Lots of draw, lots of life gain.
Of note, RJ can actually attack here, surprisingly, because Charles has Rakdos Keyrune. And he can go, no, wait a minute, I'll have a 3/3 for a striker, but actually there's Township. So you can get it for a 3 free here. A free 3 if your plan is to either A, sack it to Disciple, or if he wants anything other than block. I can't see his hand yet. But I'm a big fan here of probably just attack, let it, and if he tries to block, well, actually, the Liliana's a problem too. Actually, attack Liliana, put him in a bad spot. Attack Liliana. So now if he's going to lose either Liliana or the Keyrune. And RJ adjusting his lands,
I think trying to make it be seen that I could kill your key rune.
Yeah, the key rune, that's a dead giveaway. One, massaging his lands after attacks, and two, with the township sitting prominently in the middle there makes it easy. Okay, he is blocking. Okay, so show me the township.
Looks like he's gonna lose
the key rune. Yeah, it's either lose key rune or lose Liliana. The way this ends up though, what is that? Oh, that's the key rune. Okay, so what are we doing? Anything key rune? I'm confused. Oh, okay, I see.
That way it gets a counter.
Make it a 4/4. Okay.
Absolutely.
Good play. And key rune down. Yep.
He had nothing else to do with his mana. Very mana efficient there.
Okay. Reasonable.
Yep.
Reasonable play. Well done, RJ. I like it. All right, so I think we're thinking on the right lines there, but RJ's staying in the game, so now RJ can get in for 5. Yeah,
bringing him down to 4. I guess he's definitely outside of range of anything in his deck of killing him after that. I guess a Thundermaw there would have been the only thing that would have been lethal.
Right, and we know that's a one shot here. So what are we doing with Liliana? We sacrifice? Oh, we're discarding. Okay. So that other card in Charles' hand better be really good.
He has. I know he has. I'm pretty sure he has Disciple. I did not see what he drew.
Okay. And there goes
the other healer.
That's Disciple in hand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we doing here? What's our for? Hunt Master.
That's a Hunt Master.
That's a good one. All right. So I kind of like untapping here. Yeah, that's a good 3. Yeah. Okay.
Activating key rune and getting in.
Even better. Sec the key rune to Disciple.
After you get in, I don't think he trades with anything. He's not going
to. Oh yeah, block. Yeah. No, actually, attack Liliana. Give him a bad attack.
Oh, hits the Terminus.
Oh, does he?
Hits the Terminus.
Wow, miracle. Well, that is a miracle.
It is a miracle.
Yeah. Okay. There's a 3/3 for our troubles. And we're staring down now. We're staring down a 4/4 key rune in Liliana. So so Charles could theoretically force the key rune out by attacking with the 3/3, then minus two Liliana.
Yes.
That's a play I like. But yeah, that Terminus came right on time.
Those miracle cards, they'll do that.
It's a miracle! Hey!
So it seems RJ's in the tank here, I think, deciding whether or not he should attack Liliana. His other option would be to activate key rune and then sacrifice it to Disciple to gain 4, draw 4.
That puts you way ahead. Yeah, that seems like it looks like RJ's on that same wavelength here. You can actually attack Liliana, give him a bad block, which he's doing. Now it's get rid of 3/3 or lose Liliana. What do you think? And then Disciple turns this game right around.
Oh yeah, it seems to be in RJ's favor heavily after this.
Yeah, he's been behind ever since that miracle. Pulled him right back into it.
And again, Disciple the Bull is just such good game against these decks that you have to 1-for-1 a lot in these mid-range decks.
Right.
So gaining 4 life and drawing 4 cards is really huge.
We're blocking, and here comes the Disciple. And suddenly it's Charles' turn to be on the back foot. So we can go back up to 8 and draw 4 cards. Huge.
Very huge.
All right. Now it's the RJ Colby show. Let's all tune in and watch. See what he's got in store for us this episode.
Let's see what Charles can do to dig himself out of this hole.
Actually, Rectos Return.
Rectos Return.
That's the big one. +1 Liliana, and then Rectos Return, then +1 Liliana, and empty his hand.
That's
by far the best thing you can have. Well, topping 5 for something.
That's okay.
One turn too late.
Wow.
Well, it's still really good.
It is always good. That's that was the case Thundermaw.
That was actually, yeah. So RJ falls to 3 here. Now +1 Liliana, get a card out, right?
Absolutely.
Yep, there we go. So +1 and get something, probably a land.
Yeah, there goes a land.
Okay. So now we're down to 3 cards and 1 more. All right. So what do we got? We need some life gain, some flyers. This is our Disciple.
He has another Disciple.
That's a short-term solution to our problems.
There goes a Vault.
A little late on that one too.
Little late.
So like something like Restoration Angel will be interesting because
you sacrifice the Restoration Angel, draw 3, gain 3.
That gets you to 1, but it gets you some cards.
Gets you some cards.
Yeah, so Resto will be good here. Okay, attacking for 2 with Liliana.
Going at Lily.
You can probably attack Liliana here. Because 20, yeah. Yeah, Liliana down 2. Okay. 5 mana. Is that a Thragtusk?
Best case scenario.
That is, yep. Oh. There's Thraggy.
Thragtusk. What a card.
Yep. All right, so there we go.
Does Thragtusk feel just rare to you? Or is it because of the format that he just does so much?
That's true. He gains you life, makes a creature, grouts your bathtub, and rotates the tires on your car all in one.
I mean, it's just an all-around card that like hoses. It doesn't just strictly hose so many decks, but it's a problem card for
tapping out. Is this Reckless Return? Oh, with Reckless
we can only hope.
Boom.
Another Thragtusk.
All right, so we know the other card in RG 10 is Disciple, so we're not out of the wood. We're in good shape. We're not in good shape, but we're not doing too bad here.
Oh, he's forced to discard from Liliana.
Rough. Okay, now we're in a make or break situation.
Back to bad shape. He can gain 7 life by activating Vault.
You have to here.
Yeah.
One more land, you can activate Vault and Township, which would be okay.
That wouldn't be too bad for him.
Yeah, but losing that last... There you go.
Oh, so yep, that's what he got.
Vault and Township online. And both can trade with Thragtusk here.
Yep, and it looks like he'll be gaining 9, digging himself out of a hole
5,
here.
6, 7... Yeah, so they go to 12. And Charles cracked back for 5. So there's also some pillars in Charles' deck, too, which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I think Charles would actually consider not blocking if he attacked with both just to leave himself outs to draw to.
Yeah, and also in Charles' list, now I look at it, I'm seeing a couple of... Vampire Nighthawk. My own experience playing Jund a lot, I'm not a fan of Vampire Nighthawk because it eats it eats Searing Spears, and it only trades with Restoration Angel. It's not a card I want to play.
Yeah, I think you'd be doing other things instead of playing Vampire Nighthawk.
Yeah, like I actually would be okay with shoring up some numbers in this list, like maybe one more Abrupt Decay, another Mizium Mortis or Bonfire, whatever is more your speed, maybe another Olivia.
I definitely would like another Garrick in this list.
Yeah, like there's some numbers he's a little short on that. It feels like you're a little more at the mercy of your draws because you don't like Jund in general doesn't have a whole ton of draw effects. Okay, so Beast Token, and RJ again goes to. We want to activate one here? Do we not Township?
He did not Township because now he could Township and hit his token.
Oh, okay, I can sort of see that.
So his token is just now better than the other token.
That's true.
And it looks like he's taking 5, going to 3.
Is this Reckless Return? There's
the Reckless Return.
And that'll do it.
There it is.
We're waiting for it for a while. And that's the glorified lava axe, so to speak. So Charles takes it down. The Reckless Return in the end finishes off. That was a pretty interactive match. A little back and forth there.
Yeah, it was... there was plenty of ways that each of them... It felt like one was gaining control, then the other would just be way ahead. And then the other one looked like RJ was digging himself out of a hole for a while. And Thundermaw Hellkite just getting there.
So I see those Underworld connections in Charles' list. In they go.
Absolutely.
Immediately. Because this is the grindiest of grind.
I absolutely love Underworld connections.
It depends on the matchup. Here it's fantastic. Appetite for Brains comes in too, because you can hit any Terminuses and Thragtusks, more importantly. Getting those Thrag and actually Disciple Balls. All those cards that let RJ to pull ahead will can be discarded, which is fantastic.
It looks like RJ and Charles both have Underworld connections, so it might be they might be drawing some cards.
Yeah, connections come in absolutely for sure, 100%. And for Charles' list, Pillar of Flame needs to come out. That doesn't hit anything at all. Yeah. Wait, nope, I stand corrected. We kill Gatekeeper Vine.
Kill the Gatekeeper Vine.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. The pillars are blank cards in this matchup. They really need to come out. So connections come in, appetites come in. Deathrite Shaman. Nah, I'm not that impressed here.
I don't think what RJ has. RJ has Vraska in his board. I don't see that seeing play. I would probably bring in the Garricks. Most likely, I would absolutely bring in the Garricks.
Well, why wouldn't you play Vraska here?
I'm not a fan of Vraska, and by the creature count that he has, it looks like this. I mean, they're both mid-range. He has much more creatures.
Right. Here's a key difference. One kills Underworld connections. Also kills Thundermaw Hellkites to get in.
It does kill Thundermaw Hellkites.
So we're short on ways to deal with those. So I'm going to disagree with you and say Vraska should come in. However, I think these Vraskas should be Oblivion Rings because Oblivion Ring will do everything for you that Vraska does. And cheaper.
So he's definitely bringing in the 3 Underworld connections. And should be bringing the 2 Primal Hunters. Yes. So we're saying he should be also bringing the 3 Vraskas. That'd be 8 cards. Looking at his list, me and you could pull out 8 cards. What do you think he would pull out?
Well, I'd say 4 Gatekeeper Vine, probably at least a couple of Centaur Healers, and maybe like a Keyrune and Rancor.
I don't mind the Centaur Healers. The Centaur Healers get in on Liliana. I would definitely pull out the Gatekeeper Vines. I'll agree with you there. Yeah. Probably the Rancor.
Yeah. And so if you pun, this matchup is not a Vine time to be casting 0-2s. I got jokes, kids. I got jokes.
Pardon the pun.
No, they'll fly fast and furious when you're in my company, my friends.
Seems like they're having a good laugh about probably the off the top Rakdos return.
Yeah, both these decks are decks I love to play. This is why I love this format, because of matches like this.
Yeah, it's the format is definitely wide open, and I absolutely love the fact that you could play almost any combination of colors, and it's a fun time to be playing Standard.
No more do we see someone play turn 2 Chronic Flooding in Standard and laugh at them.
Hey, I love Chronic Flooding. I support that deck 100%.
I think there's a Chronic Flooding deck that's featured in some later videos. Maybe, I don't know if we're gonna do commentary or not, but I think we're starting to see that pick up a little and play a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm glad. I wanted to play it a little more earlier. Didn't have the support from my friends.
Now, what does that mean?
I wanted to play the deck during Star City Seattle, and all of my friends were totally against me playing a deck with Chronic Flooding. G. Pelly, you were one of them.
You're looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
So, here's what you do. Here's what I do, right? I say, I was on your team the whole time, buddy. See how clean credit does my reverse yours. Who do we believe? The upstanding commentary person who's here every week reliably? Oh, and the level 2 judge, mind you. Or the guy who's like, ooh, foils?
Ooh, foils?
Yeah. Who do you believe?
To be fair, the only reason I played and started making a Chronic Flooding deck was because I had foil Chronic Floodings.
Of course. All right, so let's get started here. Is RJ mulliganing? Looks like we're mulliganing here.
It looks like RJ is resolving a mulligan.
Yeah, I see Appetite for Brains. Fantastic. Yeah, I see a mountain. I think that's a mountain. I didn't see much more from Charles. Now, actually, a Blood Crypt, a bunch of lands, Garrett, Kirun, perfect hand. Love it.
You know, on Charles' side, I really like Deathrite Shamans. That would do a lot of work in this matchup.
How so?
As it is, he doesn't have spot removal. He has the Terminuses. Charles would have Deathrite Shamans. RJ does not have a lot of spot removal.
Right.
Landing an early Deathrite Shaman would just be an awesome Grim Lavamancer, and also just a glorified Land of Werewolf to push out your earlier spells.
How do you push out your earlier spells? How do you get lands in the graveyard? You can't accelerate.
He is not accelerating. You're correct. I'm thinking of Grizzly Salvage. He is not playing Grizzly Salvage.
You're thinking,
not Reanimator.
No, in Legacy, they're fantastic.
Legacy, they are fantastic.
Yeah, but here, I'm going to say no. I think in this matchup, you're okay with keeping him in the board. I'm not bringing them in here for either player.
Well, yeah, he would, because there's nothing else you would want to take out of this list.
Yeah, the pillars can go, and beyond that, not a whole lot else. Okay, so after a mulligan, here's Appetite for Brains. Now, actually, with Appetite for Brains, you can wait again. You could actually, I'm okay. Here's what I think: play it turn 3 after you cast Keyrune, and then immediately, because what are you gonna do with the Keyrune? Nothing. So immediately, you'll have more targets.
Yeah, you let them draw a few cards. You pretty much want to be hitting the Thragtusk, I would assume. Yeah. Is he going to hit the... What does he have here, though? His choices are Armada Worm and Terminus?
So I like hitting Armada Worm because you have Garrick. The Terminus doesn't threaten Garrick. Yeah. The Armada Worm does. So Armada Worm's my target. But again, I like waiting till turn 3. The only way that's bad for you is if RJ goes Duress, hit Appetite for Brains.
Yeah, which I don't see happening.
It's a long shot. I like waiting. And he correctly takes your Armada Worm. Now, actually, in game 1, I thought both players played pretty well.
They did.
Aside from a few deck list differences we pointed out, I think they did well with what they had.
Yeah, if both of them probably tighten up their list, they definitely have the gameplay down.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so RJ says go with 2 lands, and for 6. You can't set your sights too high here, and passes. Yeah, so again, I like waiting for the Keyrune because you're not doing it because his next place could be Keyrune go. Centaur Healer, game 3. I feel like Centaur Healer just doesn't do enough. It just feels like, hey, here's a 3/3.
I like Centaur Healer because it puts him in a position where now he can't play Liliana here.
Yeah, he can.
He can't.
Liliana sack.
Force him to sack. It's just going to be...
Sure, it's fantastic then. Okay, Keyrune.
I still don't like it there.
See, here's where I'm at. This is where I'm appetiting right here. In this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hit the 3 cards that they drew.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the problem. This matchup is full of 2-for-1s. Armada Worm and Friends, and it's not going to just because real life is irrelevant.
If he has Disciple, it's relevant. Turn 3, gain 3. Turn 4, draw 3, gain 3.
Well, I guess it's okay with Restoration Angel too. I'm still not a big fan of it in this matchup. If I'm playing John It's not my turn 3 Centaur Healer. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
No, it's another Centaur Healer.
Twins! we love twins, don't we?
So, I love twins.
Nice. All right, so we're hitting the coveted 5 here. So we have the options. Okay, we don't have triple green for Yorick. We sure can cast Thrag Tusk here, and that's going to be my play. Just slam down Thrag Tusk and say, hey, buddy, what you got?
Yeah, it took you 2 turns to gain 6 life. It's going to take me 1 turn to gain 5.
And this is why I hate Centaur Healer for this reason. Even worse is if you had Sever the Bloodline. You just want to jump off a bridge.
Yeah, and again, the reason why Thrag Tusk is so good because it will trade with both of those Centaur Healers by himself.
Yes. So this is why I'm anti-Centaur Healer in this matchup. You want it in like the red matchups. That's where it's good. Not here. Not where everything's 2 for 1.
Also, would you keep it in the green-white matchups, the aggro decks?
I don't like it. It's not good. It's irrelevant because who cares if you gain 3 life and they have a Smiter with a Rancor on it?
6/4 double striker trample.
Yeah, 3 life's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I guess when you're facing that Lockstone Smiter, it's irrelevant. Puns.
Chock full of the puns, people.
All right, so it looks like RJ's got 2. That's the twins staring down the Thrag Tusk and 2 cards in hand. We know one's a Terminus. Boys, Terminus looking embarrassing here.
Oh man,
terrible. Because even if you cast Terminus,
not only do you 3 for 1 yourself, but you leave him with a 3/3.
Yeah, RJ's in a pretty deep hole here. So we don't hit the 3rd red. Do we hit the 3rd red here? We do not. Oh, we don't have 3rd green for Garrick. I mean, so we're bringing in the Thundermaw and just bashing. Yeah, perfect. Love
Thundermaw.
It. Now Terminus looks a little more attractive, but it doesn't matter.
Because if he Terminus is here, he's just gonna get hit for 6 next turn with the key rune and the token.
Oh, we're coming at both. That's some moxie.
I mean, he doesn't know he has the Terminus, so he's probably just.
Well, no, yes, he does. He appetited earlier.
He did appetite earlier.
Yes. So we know one card's a Terminus and one unknown.
Is he? I haven't seen Charles's hand. Is he trying to bait the Terminus?
There's a Garrick in his hand.
I don't see baiting it.
It's a Garrick we can't cast.
Yes.
Because we don't have the 3rd green.
The 3rd green.
So yeah, there's the block. Easy. And now that Terminus looks even better.
Oh yeah, now
it's fantastic. I'm not a big fan of this attack. I like letting Thrag Tusk sit there. I'm a bigger fan of that. So there's 5. Power up. Now it's a good wall. Yeah. Okay. And so here's the problem. If you didn't attack, you have a 5/3 starting on the 4/4 and can trade. I'm not liking that attack too much. I mean, I'm okay with having come play untapped and just Terminusing here. But what's our 5?
Is that
Curse of Death's Hold?
Curse of Death's Hold.
That's curious. Why am I bringing that in?
I guess the key rune, but I don't think that's enough to bring it in.
No, I'm not a fan of this.
And maybe he was thinking his tokens will just be better than his tokens on the beast tokens.
And now here comes Garrick. Oof, this is rough. Now because he's got a huge chain of 2/2s coming. Or it'll be 2/2 beasts because of Curse.
It will be 2/2 beasts.
That's okay.
That's
fine.
Any beast is okay.
So come in for 4. Take RJ to 17. Yeah. And you're starting to see pretty quickly how these Centaur Healers get quickly outclassed.
Yes.
So here comes Garrick, and Garrick can shoot +1 here, make a beast. And then we're in position now to where we can -3 him next turn and draw 4 cards.
4 cards?
And not lose Garrick.
Not at all.
Huge. Huge. Okay, so what are we doing here?
He's representing his 3/3s.
I like playing defense here. Because we got it with the Thundermaw, so we're on defense.
Yeah.
So 2/2s. Cool. Now, hopefully, obviously, with the township sitting right there, we're not double blocking by any stretch of imagination. We're just throwing guys in front of it.
How long until you think the Terminus comes down?
Well, right now the problem is Terminus comes down, you're going to be facing Garrick.
Yes.
And this is where I want to see Oblivion Rings for this situation exactly.
Yeah.
Oblivion Rings solves all the problems. Yes, it's only an uncommon, but it's great. It's better than the Vraskas in your sideboard. I played Vraska and jumped a little bit, but I didn't have the option of Oblivion Ring. I didn't get to play that. That's the sacrifice not playing white.
Right.
You lose a little bit of that. But Oblivion Ring just does it. It's a 1-for-1, but it stops you from getting buried.
Yeah,
And right now, RJ's getting buried. Because even if you Terminus here, you're still behind because of the Garrick.
Yeah, Garrick's such a house.
Yeah. Even double blocking is not the worst, and forcing RJ to use his township isn't even that bad because he's tapping out. And you can just keep attacking with the Thunder Maw and keep spitting out beasts.
Yeah, he's
so it's defensible, but I like what Charles did here too.
It looks like RJ's on his back foot, I should say, again, as he was in the first match.
Yeah. Even Terminus is lackluster here.
He's thinking for a minute. He's just gonna pass the turn.
So I think Restoration Angel maybe.
Could
looks like Restoration Angel saying go. Just you're spinning your wheels.
Yeah, Restoration Angel would be best case scenario for him.
Yeah, I see 2 lands and one more land in Charles' hand. I didn't see the other card.
Does Charles draw 4 here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the best possible play for him.
Yeah, especially if you hit Reckless Return and get the stupid Terminus out of his hand. Even better. Yep, Charles sees it. There's the +4. Perfect play. Love it. Actually, I like to. There's the Reckless Return.
Oh.
Just what do we call it?
Wow.
I like attacking first though, just in case he has some removal to blow you out and make you sad, whatever it might be. Actually, what would he have? Plummet.
Oh, there's a nice appetite forcing out Angel if he has it.
Yeah, bring it. Bring it. He's tanking, so he's got something. It's not merely just showing him this discard, showing him his hand. It's got to be Restoration Angel here.
It has to be.
Yeah.
The only thing he could be thinking is if I keep Restoration in my hand, maybe he'll take the Restoration Angel and leave me Terminus. That's the only thing he could be thinking about here.
No, that's legitimate.
Yeah,
it's a legitimate concern. But I would like attacking here first just to force out any funny business. I guess like Plummet or Predation could be in his hand. Yeah. Oh wait. Wow. Exactly.
Calling it.
There's no other way he's tanking though.
No, absolutely not.
So I think you just play Restoration Angel here. You have to.
You should have played it. He's gonna take the Restoration Angel. Absolutely.
Yep. And then we eat the Terminus with the Reckless
Return.
And now that's the best of both worlds for Charles. And just tap the heck out here. So hit him for 5, and then 4 more, and so he's at what? Not 5, 4, 8. Yeah. So he's at 8. So now we're just tapping out for Reckless Return here.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite play. Just get that stupid Terminus out of his hand.
I think it's the best thing about playing Jund is playing Rakdos Return.
Oh my gosh. let me tell you a story about that card. No, I won't. You can imagine all my stories end with them taking damage and discarding cards. Even better is when you hit the Planeswalker. It's like the hyper combo finish.
Oh yeah, I really do. I really enjoyed Rakdos Return.
Yeah, I got to play it in the Return Replica draft, and I actually did get him his whole hand plus a Jace.
Oh my god,
it was delicious.
That'll make you want to play it in Standard.
Yeah, so there's Reckless Return for 5, perfect, and get that Terminus out of his hand. Yep, excellently played by Trails. I like that execution.
So
like the only way that Charles gets punished for not attacking first with the Thundermaw again is Aerial Predation or Plummet. I've been saying for weeks those are fantastic cards to be playing right now.
I've been hearing you talk about Plummet, how it's well positioned in the format. Would you like to talk about that? There's the Gate Creeper vibe.
Yes. Okay, so back to my discussion about Plummet. You hit Restoration Angel. You hit Flyers with Pikes.
Thundermaw Hellkite.
Thundermaw Hellkite. Aristocrat. So at both decks. Sublime Archangel. They're a big one. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, Angel of Serenity?
Yeah, all those get hit by it.
Awesome.
Fantastic. So I've been saying those cards are great, and I haven't seen too many of them. But now I'm practicing what I preach, and I'm playing Aerial Predation. And I'm playing Plummet.
Yeah.
And that situation right there could potentially cause Charles to miss some damage.
It seems like a green-white aggro will probably pick up on that. And start. I play green-white aggro as one of my archetypes in Standard right now, and I would definitely like to add some Plummets to my sideboard.
Well, it's playing on the next level, because what's happening is you're the Thread Test deck, right? You're like, okay, what do you got? Well, I'm going over the top of you with Aristocrats, with Sublime Archangels, with Hellkites. I'm like, actually, no, you're not. I have Plummet.
Yes.
And now I gain 5 life. The nice 2/2s. Nice 1/1s.
Well, he Mortars the Vine, and Liliana hits play, forcing him to sacrifice.
And that's the ballgame, kids.
That's going to be 7.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, unless he can he activate the key room? No, he can't.
No. Okay, that's only 7, yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, he could have activated the key room. 2,
sorry. It's 6. 4, 2, 6, yeah.
Oh, the key room would die
because
of the
really
curse
far
of
behind, and that's it right there. Yeah. There's the handshake, that's the game, and Charles takes it down. Congratulations, Charles. Well played on part of both players. That was a good match.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.